Greetings and welcome to the comic book reading of Cadillacs and Dinosaurs by Mark Schultz. Episode 1, Cadillacs and Dinosaurs by Epic Comics. The Precambrian time. Some think the seeds of the xenozoic cataclysm demise were sown as early as the 18th century. What is known is that by 1987 AD, the series of geological upheavals that would signal the unprecedented fall of an era had already begun. Although the enormous pattern and unfortunate cause behind the global catastrophe would not be discovered until many years later, by the early 21st century, mankind had begun its retreat from an increasing inhospitable surface to the safety of the vast subterranean shelters. By 2020 AD, the churning, spitting earth came to a boil. Billions died and entire species were consumed. The few surviving humans huddled in their scattered irons and steel tombs and waited. 450 years after it had sealed itself off, mankind returned to the daylight and was greeted by a radically altered world, a world that logically should not exist, a world fully populated by unprecedented essentialistic ecosystem. Now come with us through beauty and terror, mystery and paradox. Come with us to the Xenozoic era. Cadillacs and Dinosaurs, Volume 1, 1990. If you lived in the early years of the 26th century, and if you could fly, this might be your view as you soared east past the stromatolite-dotted coast of North America's remains. Closer inspection of the unusual coastal islands would reveal cliffs and canyons, promising long hours of smooth soaring of warm updrafts. Closer yet, and the island separates into a series of vertical inlets. An archipelago of stone. Any closer, and you'll be sure to encounter the inhabitants. Bam! And stay away, you thieving varmin, before I blow a hole through you. It's tough enough standing watch without having to deal with your bathroom habits. Yipes!
Lone ship from the south, flying Wassoon colors!
In the Xenozoic, with contacts between tribes, few news of a visitation spread quickly.
Be in port before the day's out.
A Wassoon Felusa. To all corners of the city, friend or foe, to the governor's suite. A great opportunity for our two people. Bah, they always have something up their sleeve. Why don't they mind their own business? And to the less respectable quarters, we gotta assume they're after us. Then we're done for. Ah, shut up. Listen, you can't poach the Wassoon marches as long as we did and not make a mistake sooner or later. That Wassoon patrol caught us red-handed. Them savages, they would have thrown us into some stinking labor camp. It's not our fault they left their guard down. Not our fault we slit their throats. We was fighting for our freedom. Now they've come to get us. Except we're gonna make it so no Wassoon monkeys ever put in here. Here's the plan, boys. Pass this on to the Cadillac. Yes, news passes quickly inside the city. And outside too. The garage of Jack Cadillac Tinrick looms above the coast opposite the city. Within its walls, the technology of an earlier era is resurrected for new life in the Xenozoic. Hey, Jack! Who are these guys? Poachers, Sherman, Spurgeon Brick, Flounders, Black Elmer, and Wrench Tarhoon. Okay, I know Tarhoon. Why don't you go to the governor's? They'd only send me to you anyways, and time's short. Jeez, I don't want to mess with Tarhoon. Alright, run up Bat and Bruce and Hermes. Where is he these days? Somewhere in the city? Fustering had a problem that needed some muscle. Well, I want Hermes as a backup. Cliff, Butte, hold down the fort. The city folk need me again. Nuts, I'm a guide. I'm a mechanic. How'd I get pinned in playing copper? Well, Jack, you're more objective than average. Most folks respect you. And you don't die too easily. Bat, Bruce, Gulch, you know. Hey, Jack, Dowie filled us in. Gotta hurry, the Wassoon's almost in. I know. Where's Hermes? I don't know, but we don't have time to... the hell we don't. Miss, go find Fustering. Tell him we need Hermes pronto. Where are the Wassoon docking? The guild pier, just up ahead. Any idea why they're here? Nope. As far as we know, Tarhoon's got the right idea. And the governors? They're at the pier with the reception committee. They're set to swing either way. I see what you mean. Well, Tarhoon's not going to try anything direct. Now let's see. If I were pulling this caper, I'd hide in the scraper with the best shot of the pier. And I'd have my men in the crowd to incite some anti-Wassoon feelings. Once I'd pick off the ambassador and 1 or 2 governors. That'll make sure the Wassoon will never return. Oh, here comes the landing party. Jack, this is all a mighty quick diagnosis. What if we're wrong? We'll find out, won't we? Now let's move. You 3, do the crowd. You know who you're looking for. And be discreet. That unfortunately leaves Tarhoon for me. And for God's sake, if Hermes gets here before it's too late, send him up. We are the governing council of the city and the sea. Welcome. Elmer, old pal. What'd you say we'd leave real quiet and don't slit your throat? I am Hannah Dundee, ambassador of the Wassoon, tribe of the Tidal Flats. Excuse me. The chiefs of the Wassoon are eager to establish relations between our peoples. To promote trade, to confront any possible misunderstandings. My goodness, this man's had too much sun. Give him room. Perhaps your excellency would deign to remain with us a while. Maybe. Huh? Well, Cadillac Jack, I hear you move like a cat in the forest. But let me tell you, you ain't much on floorboards. Heard you a mile away. Ah! If anybody heard you, son of a... Ah! Oh no! Oh no! Ambassador, I assure you. Hermes, good boy. You remember me, don't you, boy? It's Jack, your buddy. Good Hermes. Bat, Bruce, get the leash up here. And so, with much fanfare, Hannah Dundee was welcomed to the city. You're a very lucky lady. You waltz in here unannounced, disrupting my business. Do you always handle your business in such finesse? You know, I think maybe I will camp here for a while. Maybe we can learn a little from each other. Splendid, splendid. There's so much to talk about. Our tribes can offer each other so much. Communication is so important. Come on, let's get out of here.